Hello, this is the host. Today's question is, can I get some insight into the mind of a woman who disappeared twice? Please like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. The client is a 31-year-old woman who has disappeared twice. She called her half-sister, who lives here, and told her that she was coming to take her children back. She hadn't seen the children in almost a year. There are definitely warning signs that she could be a danger to herself and/or others. The level of dysfunction in her life is off the charts. You can't make this stuff up. Her half-sister talked her out of it, but she still came anyway. She needs intensive therapy to work through all of the trauma that she has endured. She is highly suggestible and is being manipulated by this boyfriend of hers. I will be happy to answer any questions that I can. Thanks for watching. She is currently sleeping on a friend's couch. That's not a long-term solution. Needs stability in order to get the help that she needs. After that, she needs therapy to work through all of the trauma that she's endured. She also needs anger management. She has no coping skills and lashes out physically when she gets angry. She also needs to get her life turned around so that she can have a better chance at keeping her children. If she wants to be a good mother, she needs to learn how to be independent. She is currently homeless and has nowhere to go. She is desperate. She will do whatever it takes to get back to Arizona, even if it means stealing. She is impulsive and thinks only in absolutes. She either has no emotions or can't control them. She is either extremely intelligent or has a low IQ. She is a danger to herself, and she's a danger to others. She stayed with her half-sister for a few weeks, and during that time reached out to an old boyfriend. He is currently on parole. He's controlling and manipulative, and has already isolated her from everyone in her life. The fact that he is willing to put her up in his home shows that he is willing to invest in her. This is not a good situation. He picked her up and took her to his home in Arizona. She was there for about 2 months before reaching out again. I hope that someone out there is looking out for her because she is vulnerable and she's being taken advantage of. She called her half-sister crying, stating that she was coming back to California. When her half-sister answered the door, she was carrying a suitcase and a backpack. She asked if she could watch the kids. Then she disappeared again. She was raised by her grandparents. After her parents died when she was very young, at age 22, she married a man nearly 10 years her senior. The marriage was unhappy and at times violent. At age 26, she gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. Her husband continued to be abusive, and she had no support system in place. She packed up and left, taking her children with her. She planned to start over somewhere else. She got as far as Nebraska before she was caught. She was referred to our agency by Child Protective Services. At that point, her children were returned to her husband, who had filed for sole custody. She was deeply affected by the loss of her children and was suicidal. We were able to talk her down and get her the help that she needed. She eventually moved back in with her grandparents. Fast forward a few months, and she calls us frantically. She's on her way to California. She's now back in her hometown and has been missing for 3 weeks. She has no money and no means of support. She's currently staying with a friend. She doesn't have a job and is heavily in debt. She's reached out to her half-sister multiple times, begging her to come and get her so she can go back to Arizona. Her half-sister doesn't want her and has blocked her number. As you can see, my client's life has been anything but ordinary. She has experienced significant loss, abuse, and abandonment. My assessment of her is that she is a very troubled young woman who suffers from significant mental health issues. I believe that she is going to go back to Arizona because that's where her boyfriend is. This man has been in prison multiple times. What can we do to help her? The first thing we need to do is get her into housing. Her story tugs at my heartstrings. I wish I could give her the help that she needs, but I'm just one person. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share them below.